Hey guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor.
Well, hello. Good evening, everybody in Facebook land. If you are streaming from YouTube, good evening. I am your hostess, always doing the mostest here in this travel space. Hey, the queens will travel. I'm a queen. I love to travel, and we got some special guests for you tonight. But before I go any further, go ahead, click like, click share, get somebody on here, grab a friend or two or three. If you are streaming from YouTube, go ahead, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We streaming live on multiple platforms everywhere today. So what I'm going to do, without further ado, because I got bars, is introduce to you the presenter for tonight. He is a 3-star director in this business. He's a pastor out of San Antonio, Texas. Shout out to my Joshua House of Worship family. They just celebrated 71 years. So congratulations to all that. Him and his wife, Lady K, and 2 of their children have been travel agents for over 10 years, but been with this company at least 5. So I am going to bring forth Pastor Mel Keys. Come on forth and grace us with your presence.
What's going on, baby girl?
I see you got your Travarium shirt on, your true blue. I should have worn mine, but hey, I feel like we dressed up because we talking to the queens on tonight. So I'm excited.
Gotta get right for my sisters. You know how I am. I'm messing up though because I can't share this for some reason. My cell phone acting crazy, and I'm trying to share and it's spinning and all this type of stuff. So there's some people that I was gonna try to get this to. It looked like I'm not gonna be able to do it for some reason.
But while you trying to figure that out, shout out to Joyce McDaniel. I see you in the house, Queen. Thanks for chiming in. Also, Gwen Johnson. I see you in the house, Queen. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, I'm streaming from both my phones. And I see Chandrella Wilson is in the house. Carol Casper, she's in the building. And there go your queen, Lady K. Anessa Walker, good evening, Queen. Good evening, Donna Fernandez. We just want to welcome you and I'm just so excited about tonight because we got 3 guests on here that's been all over. We got the Queen of Dubai here and the Queens of Athens, Greece. So I'm really excited about that.
So here's what I'm going to do. I can't get my phone to operate. It's all right. But you don't go too far away. I want to keep you in the lobby if you don't mind. I'll bring you back in on the back end. And before I bring our guests on, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it is ladies' night. It's Queen's night, and Queens will travel. Go ahead and put that in the comments quickly, please. Hashtag Queens will travel. Lady Joyce, it's good to see you, darling. And my dear sister Donna, miss you already. Yeah, Anessa is in the house. Good evening, beloved, and happy anniversary to you. Carol Caspar is here. And my queen is here as well. She says good evening. And Chandrella is in the house. Chandrella, do me a favor. Would you share this in our group, in the chat group for us? Because I can't get on for some reason, but that is okay because I know that you will do that. And we'll make sure that everybody knows what's about to happen, how it's about to go down. So here's what I'm going to do. This is the type of presentation that I get very excited about, y'all. I'm going to put some slides up on the screen. And if I'm doing this right, y'all should, yep, you can see it right there. And what I'm going to do, I usually cover quite a bit of information, but I'm not as concerned about the information tonight as I am about the opportunity to be an eyewitness with these world travelers who have a story to tell. They have something that you got to hear for yourself and you got to see for yourself. Queens who have traveled recently, I'm talking about last week, in fact, and they have brought back the goods. And what we want to convey to you more than anything else, that the only thing that is missing in the picture frame is you. And I believe that God is calling many more of us to the understanding that this world is too big and life is too short to be playing. And if ever you wanted to be about it, get your passport and let's go. So my phone is still spinning, so I'm going to let it do what it does. I don't know. Man, I'm telling you what. I was talking about somebody the other day. I better stop talking about folk iPhone, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, here we go. This presentation is made for the queens. Shout out to all the queens out there. If you got a lovely lady in your life somewhere, go ahead and tag them in that. We got literary nonfiction. It's in the house. Can't spell, can't pronounce words. What's really going on? Yes, Lady K said queens will travel. Yeah, she sure will. She'll leave her husband at home too. Well, trying to stop all that. Let's get down to business, y'all. Queens will travel. They're going places, y'all. Fellas, you better catch a clue. And you better catch the plane. They leaving us. And if you don't want to get left, you better come on with it. You better come on with the come on, because the queens are going places, y'all. And they getting up. One of the first places they going, they getting up out that rat race, and they coming up with a master plan to do something completely different, whole new level. They're leveling up, and this is the place where it happens, y'all. I'm gonna let the ladies share this with you from their testimony, you know. And then let me say it this way: what you're gonna hear are paid advertisements. They're getting paid for doing what it is that they're doing, and I think that you should really make that something that you do as well. Wow, what's really holding you back in this thing? And if I could just throw this at you, travel as much as you can, as far as you can, as long as you can, because life is not meant to be lived in one place. Now, I don't have time tonight to go through all the club benefits. We're a part of a worldwide club operating in more than 65 plus nations strong. My wife, Kendra, and I, we've been travel agents for the past 10 years. But we found out about this club just over 5 years ago. And the only regret we have is that we didn't know about it sooner. The moment you become a member of this club, you immediately get better than travel agent rates. Immediately you get discounts on things from your dining at over 75,000 restaurants. You get discounts on entertainment tickets for whatever it is you like to do that requires a ticket, from the concerts, the theme parks, the musicals, the movies, anything like that of that order. You can get up to 40% off on that thing. Also, keep in mind, all of it is going to be tax deductible, every dime you put into it, along with about 470 plus other legal tax deductions. And then let me just tell you, you're putting your travel on layaway using our plan, using our club, but it's going to give you access to things that you wouldn't get otherwise, like our Dreamcation Escape portfolio, our destinations around the globe. There's more than 2,000 of them, and you'll get wholesale prices compared to the retail prices that everybody else is paying thousands of dollars for. You'll be able to pay a couple of $100 plus tax, and in some cases $0 plus tax. And you cannot even come close to that with Expedia Priceline or anything in that order. Not only that, but in this particular club, you'll be able to get a matching of points. And I don't want to go into the details of it. You can get your questions answered. But when you pay your monthly membership, 100% of what you're doing, you're traveling on that. But the company's going to convert it to points and match what you put in. Thereby, your travel, bang for your buck, has been thoroughly increased. You've leveraged up. You've leveled up, if you will, because of what the company is putting into your possession as well by being a member in this club. Membership definitely has its benefits, and membership definitely has its perks. So, guys, you definitely want to be a member of this club. Then you get access to the world tours. And there are more than 100 world tours every year. They start from March and every single week of the year all the way into mid of November. You name it. I mean, we got places all around the world and back and all across this beautiful country called the US of A. And did I tell you, we have a referral plan that will literally put money in your pocket. Sometimes we say, well, what about the flights? If you use this referral plan, you could pay for your flights. You can pay for your meals. You can pay for your shopping. You can pay for what you want to pay for if you use this referral plan, because we got people that are paying mortgages, come on here, and everything else using this particular travel club. Is really put together for persons just like you. And keep in mind, queens will travel. But let me ask you this, Queen, before we get started, what's really holding you back? Shout out to Pastor Judy once again. This is about the third time I've said her name. So next time you see this slide, I'm not going to give her any more credit. Sometimes the thing that is holding you back is just like this mule. This mule had the audacity to tell us that chair was holding her back. Listen to me carefully. That chair is not cemented in. It doesn't have any nails, any bolts. It's just there. And there's a leather strap from the chair to the mule, and that mule thinks that chair can hold her back. But let me tell you something. That mule is wrong. That mule has a miseducation. That mule is in a bad place to think that chair is holding them back. And let me tell you something, woman of God. Let me tell you something, man of God. Sometimes we're just like that mule. We blame all kind of things. We blame all kind of people for what's holding us back. And when you really look at it, you got to look in the mirror to find out the answer to who's holding you back. Mr. Warren Buffett, he said this: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, he informed us, newsflash, you will work until you die. Now, you probably didn't need him to tell you that, because you probably know somebody in your family line, in your bloodline, if not you, someone who's close to that experience already. Guys, let me tell you something. Ladies, let me tell you something. These JOBs, as we call them, they don't care that they don't care. Did you hear what I said? Not only do they don't care that they don't care. By the time you leave tonight, and let's just say you walked away and quit, by tomorrow morning, they got somebody that's going to take your place. And in fact, they might have already hired that person, and you might even be training them. You better make sure your loyalty is to what you need to do in your own household and in your own family, guys. You got to make sure that you are not in a position that you're going to work it till it can't be worked no more, and then find out at the end of that road that it was never in your favor in the first place. These queens are going places, and they're getting out that rat race, and they're making a plan, and they're building a bridge from that JOB to self-empowerment, to being able to work for themselves, to be able to create a life on their own terms based upon the things that are most valuable to them. Nobody's determining their destination but them. We're going places all around the world, and these queens will travel. And if you're one of those queens and you're not in this group, you better get with the one that invited you, because they're not trying to get anything from you. They're trying to get something to you. How do I know that? Because if you're not in this club, number one, you're paying ridiculously high retail prices. Somebody put it in the comments, hashtag no more retail. Hashtag no more retail. Why are you paying the full price on your travel? Shouldn't do it. It's not prudent. Number two, well, before I go to number two, you probably thought that you were getting coupons in the mail or the email, and you thought that when they said 15% off, 20% off, even 30% off, you thought they were doing something. Well, number one, they jacked up the price before they said 30% off, and you're in the same spot altogether. And whether you're in this side or that side, you're losing anytime you're using any of those companies you see on the screen. Those are multi-billion-dollar companies, and they don't even own anything travel related, but they literally are two of the fastest growing companies online today because they have perfected the method, and their corporate staff, guys, they're getting paid salaries, millions of dollars a year. Their bonuses are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. How are they getting this money? Because we're paying them retail prices. Guys, I'm going to show you how to change all that. These queens are tonight. Number two, queens, if you're not in this program, you're losing money by running up that credit card. In fact, ladies, queens, we want to show you how to get out of debt where you owe nobody anything from moving forward. But we want you to start with your travel. Stop putting that travel. Stop putting those cruises. Stop putting those flights. Stop putting it on now, unless you're putting it on a credit card that's giving you extra perks, and then before 30 days you paying it all off and you back down the ground zip. That's cool. That's fine. That's a wise queen right there. But if you're doing anything else, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting your credit score. You're hurting your finance. You're hurting the whole picture. And we want to help you to have another alternative that's going to put you in the win section. Number three, queen, let me tell you something. You don't have to keep paying those enormous prices for those timeshares, and it's not a recipe. That's right, Miss Finley. It's not a recipe for winning. Queen, could I tell you what I know? Good God, if you knew how you were going to lose with that timeshare, you would run out of that place. Now, maybe you've already been got. I got too, right? And got 3 times, in fact. You should have learned the first, second time, went back again. Listen, you never win with a timeshare. Could I just say it that way? And I don't know what you got to do to get out of that thing, but I can tell you if you're not in it, don't go that way. And if you are in it, you better be finding a way to get out. One way you can get out is get in this club, start using our referral plan, create the cash flow, pay that thing off, and get out and never look back. Number 4, Queen, can I tell you this? If you're not in this program, a lot of times, it may not be you, but you know somebody that's in this category, they staying with folk. They go and travel, they go take a vacation, they go on a getaway, they staying with somebody, right? And maybe they might be at your house right now. They staying. Listen, it's all right to drop by every now and then, spend a few days, but I'm quite sure you've heard the song, God Bless the Child that has their own. And we want to show you how to get your own without any reservations. Number 5, Queen, you better understand this. Ask somebody, how do queens travel when they don't have this club? Here's the worst case scenario for a queen. When a queen is not traveling at all, they're just dreaming about it. See, we say queens will travel, but there's some queens out there that didn't get the memo yet, didn't get the clue yet, light ain't came on yet. We hope we can reach you before it's too late, that you need to stop dreaming. No, don't stop dreaming. Keep dreaming. But we're going to show you how to dream with your eyes open if you pay attention. And this is all because of the vision, the extraordinary vision of Mr. and Mrs. Hart. 10 years ago, they started this travel club. It's going to more than 65 nations around the globe. We are a debt-free company from the very beginning. Every single year, we have done nothing but grew in leaps and bounds. COVID, a lot of companies shut down, downsized, all that type of stuff. Guess what happened to Travorium, our travel club? We went straight to the top. We grew even more and haven't stopped yet. We are in, good God, we are in such a level of expansion. I mean, if you looked at our records, if you looked at our reports, you'd be like, whoa, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. People are getting a clue. And we hope that you're going to be next, that if you're not using this plan and this program to book your travel, you are wasting good money. It's your money. You do with it as you choose. But we think that there's something better you can do and donate to other charities besides paying those high, ridiculous retail prices that you're paying. This company has paid out tens of millions of dollars in commissions to everyday ordinary people by doing what? Showing people 3 things. 1, how to get substantially discounted prices. And I'm talking about the stuff, man, up to 70% off. 2, how to travel for free. 3, how to get paid to travel. That's what we do. I'm going to give you a couple examples, and I'm going to get these queens in place. Number 1, this is the type of stuff we do. If you're going to go to Cabo San Lucas anyway, now this is a price that will be in our retail back office, which is not bad, by the way, for 8 days and 7 nights. But if you went somewhere else online, one of those other sites, or went through your friendly neighborhood travel agent or whoever, and I know that this to be true, you're going to pay more than $500 for 8 days and 7 nights, all inclusive in Cabo. But using our program, guys, you can pay $0.00, just cover the taxes. Orlando, Florida, the kids said they wanted to go again. Grandkids, they wanted to go. You said the devil is a lie. Last time you got out of there, you didn't have a dime left in your pocket. Guys, let me tell you how you can change all that. Use our program to get there. Stay there for a week. Pay $1 bill plus the tax. If you don't have $1, ask one of the grandkids. They'll hook you up. They'll be glad that you listen. Let me tell you, Canary Islands, Spain, platinum prices, $0.00. Makes sense to me. If you're a titanium member, still under $15 a night, 8 days, 7 nights, staying just like that. This is the only place that you'll see this type of thing. Then I'm going to run through these. Those are what we call our Dreamcation escapes. We have another way that you travel that's called the net zero pricing search engine. Just like you would use Expedia, Priceline, or any of those types of guys, we have our own model for it. All the commissionable portion that's normally paid out to some travel agent or someone on the other side of the computer processing your order. They're not doing it as volunteer work. It's not something that they just do because they're bored. They're getting paid to do that. We strip away all that commission and we make your price so much lower by eliminating the middle person. So you can travel that way. Millions of places to go in our inventory. You, of course, can travel the way I just showed you, which was the Dreamcation Escapes. There's more than 2,000 of those. This is my favorite. These are the world tours. I'm just going to show you a few of those because we got some world tour takers, some queens that are waiting for me right now. Look at Colombia, y'all. 4-star hotel. The breakfast is included. 5 days, 4 nights, $1 bill. Need I say more? Rome, guys. When in Rome, do as the Romans. Absolutely. But we will not pay those Roman prices. 5 days, 4 nights, $149. Breakfast is included. Let me tell you, every time you see breakfast included, this is always for 2 people. Look at this. Jamaica, Montego Bay. My God, I could tell a story about that, but look at $59 a night. But this is all inclusive. I could tell you, there are 12 top-rated restaurants on that property. If you would pay per meal, eat from breakfast, breakfast would probably cost you at least $40 a person. Lunch would probably $60, $70. Dinner, I'm telling you, is $100 per person if it was being retailed out. Guys, this is all inclusive. You get all of that. And look at this price. $59 per person per night. But understand this. That includes the meals and your accommodations. Junior suite, oceanfront view. Tenerife, that's Spain, guys. Breakfast and dinner included. Remember, that's for 2, breakfast and dinner. And you're paying $99, 5 days, 4 nights. Phuket, Thailand. $1, y'all. 7 days and 6 nights. I'm not going to take the time to explain. You got questions, we got answers. You want to make sure you get with the person that shared this with you. We have nothing but receipts. We have nothing but video footage on property. These are the types of places we go on a regular basis. And this is how we do it, y'all. Somebody put that in the comments. Hashtag, this is how we do it. Puerto Vallarta, 5 days, 4 nights, $40 per person. That's per night. Guys, all inclusive again. Where in the world can you eat 3 times a day, top rated? Can you even do fast food? If you had to eat 3 times a day at a fast food, I don't care if you're at McDonald's. I don't care if you got it your way at Burger King. I don't care if you're at Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. It don't matter. Pick anyone. Can you eat there 3 times a day, all inclusive for $40? No, you're not going to be able to do that. Guys, we're sharing with you 5-star dining experiences at 4- and 5-star resorts, and $40 a good, and the room is included. And you got to think about it. Something wrong with that. Paris, France, guys. When we stayed there, let me tell you something. You could 5x that price. That's the retail. I'm gonna say it again. 5x the price you see on the screen. That's the retail. We were paying $379, 5 days, 4 nights. Breakfast for 2, but if you want 1 night there, 5 times that $379, and that's probably not going to even include the breakfast. That's an extra perk that we give you. Listen, Athens, Greece, we don't have to go through that because we got some queens from Greece tonight that I'm going to share that with you. Cozumel is another fine example. No resort fee, all-inclusive, food, drinks, 4-star experience, 5 days, 4 nights. Look at that price, $38 a night. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I don't think I have to talk about Dubai because we got the Queen of Dubai who's with us tonight. She'll represent. She'll let you know what time it is, but you need to check this out in just a moment. Malaga, Spain, 5 days, 4 nights. Look at that again. Dollar bill, y'all. Breakfast and dinner is included. Do they have a dollar menu at Mickey D's anymore? Is it at Burger King now? Is Wendy's? Where's the dollar menu? Do they even have that? Guys, I'm telling you, for $1, you can eat breakfast and dinner at a 4-star resort. And I'm telling you, that level of breakfast, that level of dinner, you're going to be all right. You're going to be glad that you were part of this club. Tanzania, guys, 5-star resort, Sea Cliff Resort and Spa. Look at that price, breakfast and dinner. We can go on and on and on and on. Let me just throw this at you. We have a 10X compensation plan connected to this opportunity. When you share this with a few people, let me tell you what happens first. They're going to be excited, and they're going to thank you if they join, because number one, they were not able to get what we're offering them anywhere else. So you're doing them a favor. You're doing them a service by sharing this with them without any money being included. Let's just take the money out the equation. Just by sharing this with them, they are winning. But let me tell you how you win. You win by helping more people to win, because there's a compensation plan attached that says you don't have to, because it's optional. But when you do share it, and when you point people in the right direction to refer them to this club that they probably never heard of and didn't know anything about, it's been here for 10 years, but we don't do the billboards. We don't do the radio advertisement. We don't do the television commercial. This is about as much of a commercial as you're going to get. And if you are the one that has the code that's being referred, guys, we're going places. And Queens will travel. I need some fellas to chime in. Come on. Queens will travel. Let me know what you're talking about. Guys, we're on an ambassador run to get as many queens as we can, earning the type of income that you're fully capable of doing here. Some of y'all are in that corporate space and you're demanding and commanding 6-figure plus income in your corporate space. But anytime they want, they can change the rules. They can slip that red carpet out right from under you and say, this is not your office anymore. That's not your desk anymore. These are not your key. You can't even come in the building anymore. They could change it up. But with this, it's yours to do with as you choose. You can even pass it on to your children's children. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this compensation plan on the residual side alone goes all the way up to $1.2 million a year. Of course, it doesn't start there. You start at the beginning with just 3 referrals. 3 referrals will make all of your services free, and then it just gets better from there. You just share it with a few, who share it with a few, who share it with a few, and you look up and you're getting paid the type of income that you can pay electricity bills, and you can pay cell phone bills. Good God, you just paid your car note by doing what? Because you shared it with a few, who shared it with a few, who shared it with a few. You look up, now you can pay your apartment, your rent. Now you can get a mortgage. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we're going places, and Queens will travel, and we have a 100% guaranteed method to change the whole way you live if you're willing to take a look at this. But I need to get out the way. There's a whole lot more I can say and share, but I want to get out the way. I don't want to talk about the luxury cars. I don't want to talk about all the expensive $8,000 jewelry that you could get from this company. I won't talk about any of that. I don't even want to talk about the money. Right now, I just want to talk about these queens that are making things happen. And the first one I'm going to bring in is the Queen of Dubai. And I want to put this drum roll together and see if I could get the Queen of Dubai up in here. Look right here. What you got going on over there?
Hey. Thank you, Coach Mel, for that introduction and for this opportunity.
You're welcome.
I am excited, and I'm seeing this picture, and it brings back wonderful memories.
Now look, we're out of the same place for a long time,
Yes.
And in Brooklyn, we rode the taxi. In Brooklyn, we rode the bus. We rode, come on here. We rode the subway. Some of us had bicycles. Some of us had vehicles. I never saw any camels. So let me just ask you, was this your first camel experience?
Yes, it was, sir.
Hey! What was it like?
It was an experience. It was absolutely terrifying at first, just to see the camels get up, to stand up and get down. And you have to hold on.
Yeah, Lord.
And they give you instruction that you got to sit back.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just sit straight up on these camels
No.
and call yourself on to get up when they get up. No. You got to sit back.
Come on here.
And allow them to do what they do. And then you got to kind of like roll with it.
Roll with it. That's a lesson right there.
You got to roll with it.
That's a lesson right there. Listen, Queens will travel. And she's letting us know that when you travel, you got to learn some things where you go. Now, you took with you, Minister Carol,
yes,
one of your long-term friends. Tell us a little bit about that and why that was so meaningful and valuable for you. Shout out to Coach D. Our ambassador is here, y'all.
Well, this is a friend of mine. And yes, I have known her a long time, 20 years actually. And this was an opportunity for her to see what this business was really all about. Okay, I introduced her to it, and she really wasn't feeling it. She got a lot going on, you know, like we all do. And she's real busy into quilting and very good with that. But I knew that if I exposed her to it, that she would think twice about making that kind of a decision. And she did.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say no more on that.
There you go.
He's now affirmative.
When I saw your pictures, you made my day when I saw these. I mean, you're doing the heart, and you touched a lot of hearts with that. To see you, because you shared your testimony, how growing up, you always wanted, you had a heart for travel, and for whatever reasons, you did a few things, but never at the level that you're now doing it. And just to see you post-retirement finally get into a place where you're able to do the things you always wanted to do and sharing it with us, it did something for me. What was this like? What when you took those photos and when you looked at them yourself, what did it feel like? What was on your mind?
I was on top of the world. You know, this was something that was I was wanting to be free. And this was to me showing a sign of freedom. Just being who God created me to be, doing what he created me to do and enjoying it. It was an awesome experience. We had a great tour guide, and he is the one who told me, you want to put the sun in your hand? I said, that sounds like, a mighty God I serve.
Come on now.
Yes, he told me what to do.
Yeah.
And I did it.
My God.
Then he showed me the pictures, and like you, I was blown away.
My God.
I was blown away.
I love it. Tell us this. I want you to speak to somebody who's in corporate America. They're just grinding this thing out. They got this job, and it's paying them all right. It's paying bills, or some of them might even be comfortable. But why is it so important for them to have a travel club as you, that you can do things like this and earn an unlimited amount of income? The only limit is what we put on ourselves. Why is that so important to you to share that with someone?
Well, it's important because it adds value to your pocketbook. I know you got bills, right? And you got residual bills. This company allows you to have residual income, and you can chisel off some of those bills that you have. Also, it opens up the avenue to travel. I mean, I've traveled 8 times in 11 years.
My God.
And I haven't before this company, I had not traveled 8 times in my whole life.
Good God.
And I'm 71 years old.
Yes.
And now enjoying life. I'm retired.
You're 71 and you're jumping up like that?
Yes, sir.
Come on here.
What a mighty God I serve.
Look like you got something to leap about.
Listen, my spirit was light.
Yes. Travel will do that for you.
I went for it. Yes, it will. I have never been as excited as I am now in all my years. I have this company to thank for that.
God Almighty. I love these pictures. Now, I assume in Dubai, you had never met these people before.
Correct.
But it looks like, it looks like you made a connection. Talk to us about these individuals here a little bit.
Yes, well, the young lady, she was one of the hostesses in the restaurant on the 25th floor, which was a revolving restaurant. Breakfast was free on this world tour. And she was one of the ladies that worked there. They were very, very helpful and courteous and kind and patient. And they were really enthused about, United States people. I'm there traveling, and they were very inquisitive about that. So I had an opportunity to share those things with them. We just connected. And then I met the gentleman here, and I can't remember anybody's names right this moment, but he has a perfume shop.
Wow.
He got some significant perfume from Paris, France, and from London. And stuff I was just smelling. He gave me a little vial, a bottle about this big. Free. I can't even put it on the camera. Free. And I purchased one from him. He also has his own business in real estate. So we got to chatting about that, So I met people, and we gelled together. We had some family there, as you can see, that are partners as well with this great company. They happened to be there as well. So we met up and we took a photo and we spent a little bit of time together because we didn't realize each other was there until like day 4.
My God.
Yeah, we was all moving and shaking.
Good God Almighty. What is it like to have girlfriends hanging out, not out of city, not out of state, not out of country, but hanging out of continent, when back home you might have been doing good, just hey, we just gonna meet up the block and go to the park. You know what I'm saying? So what is it like? Explain that for us.
Oh man, we had an incredible time. It was an experience of camaraderie and love and togetherness. We did a lot of things together. I did get sick while I was there because the food is very good. But they have the seasonings in it, and my body's not used to those seasonings every day.
Wow.
So I did get a little sick, and I stayed in the room. And my girlfriend, she went out because we were fortunate enough. God put an angel in our way, and he took us to a place where she was able to get textiles, and we were able to get teas and herbs. She likes herbs and stuff like that. So she spent that time there with him. So we were able to, even though we were in this strange land, we were together. It was a camaraderie. And it was a love. And a commitment that we had to one another.
That's
it was special. It was special. It was different.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
This gentleman down here at the bottom was our guide at where the camels were in the dunes. We took the dune ride. He was there with the camels. There's my girlfriend up there, Jaretta. She and I. Let me see. Oh, we were eating.
Look. I don't know who's feeding who.
I know, right?
She's like, try this, girl. You're going to like it.
We had a good time. She was actually feeding herself. I was like, we got to take a picture. And I ran over there and took the picture with her holding the fork up.
Okay.
But,
Got it.
We had an awesome time.
Let's do this. I want you to give us a closing comment about why somebody watching this, they need to get with whoever invited them to see this, because you know that this thing is real. The type of travel that you just experienced out of country, out of continent, the price difference would have been probably a ratio of 10 to 1. If you were paying retail price for what you just did, would you say, what ratio would you have put it? You would have paid how much more? What would have been?
This, $3,000-$4,000 for this trip.
And you paid?
I paid $49.
Hold on, let me make sure I heard
I
that right.
paid
Because
$49.
if anybody misses this, they done missed the whole thing. Other people would have paid multiple of thousands of dollars, and you paid what by being a
Easily.
member of this club?
Easily. And I paid $49. And you can't do that any other place. I don't know of any other place where you can do that and enjoy these amenities. These type of experiences actually enrich your life.
Yes.
Right. I had I had a life,
Yeah.
but an enriched life I didn't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
It enriched your life. It makes you smile more. It makes you dance more. It makes you come out of your shell. It makes you want to talk to people more. It makes you want to share more. It makes you care more. You really appreciate, the things that you get to experience and the things that, you get to see and explore. So this type of a company will enrich your life, and it empowers you to empower others, to help others, to share with others and show them that you care. It's incredible. It's an incredible experience. Only thing I could say is experience it for yourself.
That's it.
I mean, it's a small price to pay to invest in you.
That's it. Well, Queen, let me thank you on behalf of all the brothers.
Thank you.
All the kings out here. Thank you for holding it down and bringing us
my pleasure
back.
My pleasure.
What we need to do next. I'm going to put you in the lobby. I'm going to get some of our other queens in position. Listen, y'all, if you didn't get the clue or you didn't get the memo, you better watch this replay. We got folk out there paying thousands of dollars. What our sister just said she did for less than $100. And you talking about, well, I got to do the research and I got to do all of it. Man, listen, if you researched everything like that, I wonder if you'll do anything. I'm just curious. I mean, if somebody got the same car, same exact vehicle, and somebody paid $30,000 for theirs, and over here they're saying the same vehicle, everything is exactly the same, identical, and they say, hey, you get that thing for $500 over here, and you doing what? Well, let me just get some of these queens in place and in position, and let's talk about what we're going to talk about, because not only do we have the Queen of Dubai in the house, but we got some queens that will travel all the way from Greece, and I'm going to give you some proof first. Let's talk about this, ladies. Now, this was post your last Greece experience. So, Mr. Mita, I want you to kind of tell us about what's going on here, who that is and what's going on here.
That is a business partner, and that is my daughter, Danielle. We were in Santorini, the island of Santorini, getting prepared to do our flying dresses. And so we decided to do our own little photo shoot while we're waiting for the company to connect with us so that we can change into our gear. So, yeah, she had a ball. She's very photogenic.
Is she like a model or something? Yeah. What's up, Jeff Trayford? It's good to see you, man. Gloria Tate, it's good to see you. Thanks for chiming in. Listen, I'm going to go through some of these pictures. Let me tell you, I had a ball just going through your feed, knowing who you are and knowing what you do. That means something to me. I see generational blessing. I see favor there. And this is a mother-daughter situation. Tell me about what's going through your mind in those moments right there.
Sometimes we don't appreciate life. Mm-hmm. And it's so important to just like stop and reflect and to do things as a family, especially when your time is limited. When I buried both my mother and my father, I realized that there's nobody left but my daughter and my brother and his extended family. Right. So it's just so important that you embrace family and do things together. Mm-hmm. And, I've acquired a whole nother family, and that is Sandra and her son Perez. Mm-hmm. And so you will now start seeing Sandra in those pictures with us because I've created a bond with an extended family, and it's just so important. So yeah, I try to do a lot. My daughter is spoiled. Yes, she is. And so am I. We are both spoiled in that regard, and we like what we like. And she was the one that brought this. And she was like, Mom, we need to do this as a mother and daughter. What we're sorry didn't happen was that we got our picture taken together. These are all individual pictures because we just literally ran out of time with our photo shoot. But yeah, it's so important. So I enjoy hanging with my road dog. She loves traveling with me. And so that's why I brought her into the club. She had to come into the club.
My God.
You know? And so now here we are. This is the new family. Look at us.
That's the trio right here.
That's the trio right there, man. We over there at Acropolis.
My God. Tell us about Acropolis. I want to hear. Listen, I should know a little bit about it myself. I probably shouldn't tell y'all the story about my wife going there and leaving me home because I said I was over that. My therapist told me not to bring it up anymore. But go ahead and talk to us about it.
Go ahead, Sandra. Tell them about Acropolis.
Oh my goodness. So first of all, we were at the temple of the goddess Athena, and the walking was out of this world. So let me prepare you. Please wear rubber soles and comfortable shoes.
No heels.
Walking was a lot. Oh no heels. So we learned a lot of information about the goddess, and which was really fascinating to be able to see the comparison, the similarities between different religions and different time eras, and also who dominated the era at the time. Was it the Greeks? Was it the Romans? Was it the Athenians? So that was very interesting. The landscaping was beautiful. I tried to take photos, but you just really couldn't capture the wonder of it all with just a still photo. So we started doing a couple of panoramic views. So that was great. But as she said, the camaraderie, we're like family. When if I told you one of the shenanigans we had going on for 7 days, you would just, and I have to say it.
I have a few. You might be surprised.
I'm sorry. We pass gas every day.
Oh, no. Listen, I didn't catch that one, but I got something close to it.
Yes, she did. Oh my goodness.
In Greek. Listen.
Yeah.
I saw some of y'all footage. It took me a minute to compose myself. I said they have way too much fun over there. We need to go get them and bring them back home.
We just cut up. And I don't know if you have the picture of me getting in the water. That was the other one. Davina turned around and said, "Lord," she said, "You getting ready to do what?" Yes, that was a whole other thing. But
hold right there just a moment. Hold right there just a moment.
So that was my whole Excalibur Lady of the Lake.
I was eating at the time when I saw it. I said, "She did what?" I said, "That's crazy."
And she tried to get me to do it with her, and I just looked at her.
You said it's not gonna happen.
No.
Oh my goodness!
But Triborium made this possible. The ability to have the experience, the affordability to have the experience. It just opens up a whole new world, a whole new culture, and it bridged us together. We were definitely picked out real quick as, oh, those are the Americans. But even the lifeguard, I mean, he laughed. So he when I told him what I was getting ready to do, he said, "Huh?" He was like,
He
okay.
said, oh, he said, I've never
He
seen
didn't
that
even know who to ask for permission for her to do it.
Yeah.
He was just like, make it quick.
Yeah, he said, I've never had that request before. Let me check. Let me check with my supervisor.
Yeah, but
Talk to us about this food. Now, y'all did some things. I'm gonna have you to tell us
Yes.
about your dining experience, something about a rooftop. You told me about that. So tell us about the food there and then your rooftop experience.
Oh my goodness. So when we left Acropolis in the museums, we didn't pay attention to our time. So we literally had 2 hours to get back to the hotel to go get ready for our Greek cooking class. And so we just had to make do and make fast real quick in some of the things that we were doing. But this actual meal here is a meal that we had at a different restaurant. This was not our traditional cooking class meal, but we came across the restaurant from leaving Acropolis. This was a famous restaurant. It had like 4 stars. There was a line to get into it, but yet the restaurant, and you got to understand Greece, everything reminds you of a what do they call them when you got more than one unit? So you got all these units of restaurants, and you're looking, you're like, okay, well, that restaurant doesn't seem busy, but that restaurant is busy. This one is super busy. This one has nobody. And you're like, but all the menu is the same, but it makes you wonder which one to go to. We always went to the ones that was busy because we
We're
knew
not
that
going to the empty one. I got you. I got you. What's going on right here?
Oh, this was part of our walking tour. So we did a tour that's called Get Lost in Athens. And during our tour, she had taken us through this little Alice in Wonderland section of Athens, Greece, through the Monostraki flea market.
Shopping
Yes.
and all that type of stuff. And is this your arrival or midway into your vacation?
This is at the top of Acropolis. Well, you have 3 variations. So the one with Danielle and myself, that's where we're overlooking a lake. The one in the center is us at the top of Acropolis. And then the one on the end, well, this was very interesting. So we flew to Corfu. And we did a olive meal tour because, you know, we like to learn about different cultures and what's predominant in those cultures. And of course, olives, hence olive oil, is very predominant in the Greece culture. And so we did an olive meal tour. This young man, his name is George, his family owns the olive mill.
Wow.
So he is what, 3rd generation or 4th generation?
Okay.
He fell in love with Danielle so much he proposed to her and asked me if he could marry her.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get married over there.
They still talk to today.
Wow.
They still talk.
Okay.
We ended up chaperoning a date between them.
We just got in the back seat, like, let's just let them have their way.
Yeah. What's going on over here? Did you just need to crash, Sandra, on this one?
Man, I had a food coma. I was just done. The food was magnificent. And I was in a food coma. I laid down and went to
like I can't take anymore. Now, is that the cooking on the rooftop? Is that the one?
No. This is all still Acropolis.
Oh,
so that chair right there is where Zeus would sit whenever things were going on. Now, this is from the cooking show.
Okay,
from the cooking class. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Look, everybody ain't able, as my mama used to say.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh,
sisters
my
won't
goodness.
do that in my neighborhood. That's all right.
That was a very fascinating class that we did. So our meal consisted of preparing an Aegean salad, which was very fresh ingredients, very simple, basic ingredients. People think that a salad has to be all this stuff. All we had was 2 croutons that we crushed up. We had tomatoes that we chopped up, cucumbers that we chopped up, red onions that we chopped up, and feta cheese. Put it in a bowl, made our homemade dressing, and boom, there was the AGN salad.
Wow.
Just that simple.
Okay.
Fresh and simple ingredients. We also made it's a quick version of the spanakopita, which is the spinach pie. So that's where you see the leaves and the things that down there in the lower right-hand corner. We made our own tzatziki sauce. Very simple ingredients. You'd be surprised what's in the tzatziki sauce. I think it was probably like 3 or 4 ingredients, if that. Homemade. And then over there by the the shrimp prawns, that was a restaurant that we ate at where that was just amazing food that came through. The dish right next to it is the moussaka.
You're right, moussaka.
We made the moussaka, yes, from scratch.
Y'all sound like experts over there.
Absolutely. Hey, I think it's so important that when you go and visit another country that you participate in their cultural things, whatever it is, whether it's a wine tasting, whether it's a food tour or whatever, get indigenous to that culture because that's what you came there for.
I love it. I love it. Sandra, I love these pictures. What was going on? You did some of everything. What was going on there on the left, especially?
I have a Peter Pan syndrome. I've never grew up, and when you're with people you can really be comfortable with and be who you're. You know what? I am who I am. It just is. I am who I am. I find opportunities to cut up, and those are 3 opportunities to cut up right there. And we were just enjoying ourselves, just enjoying the people, the culture. Again, I can't speak highly enough of what this allows us to do, because we save the money on the hotel stay. We're able to spend that money to do all of these activities, and that is what I love. We inundated ourselves with activities. I don't think we meant to, but we just got so excited with everything. It's just amazing.
I love how y'all did it. I mean, I was living through so many, and I left so much out, but I want y'all to give us a closing comment. Someone's watching this. They're like, yeah, y'all did that, but I couldn't afford it. Can you talk to us about the affordability of travel with this club and why y'all are both so passionate about it? Talk to somebody and close us out with that.
You start that, Demita.
Okay. I always say that used to be how I thought until I watched death come knock on doors. And when death came knocking on doors, not once, not twice, but 3, 4, 5 times, and then you start remembering, like, did I say I love you? Did I say I'm sorry? Did I? No, it's time to stop thinking about what you can't do and start believing in what God has called you to do. And so I no longer look at this is not going to be a good situation for me to do. I start looking at, can I fit this in my calendar so that I can do it? Is it affordable? Because now I'm going to add up. I'm paying for a timeshare that I still have not used yet.
5 years in.
Yet.
5 years in, my timeshare, which is a vacation timeshare, that is nothing like, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of it. 5 years in, I have not used it because it was not beneficial for me to do so. So,
and look at what we're using now. We use Tavorium more than we use our own timeshare.
Right. But let me say this, and because this is something that, especially on my job, people my Facebook is public because I'm using this as a business. And everyone goes, "Oh, Sandra, I've been called all types of names. Oh, you're bougie. Oh, you're this, you're that. You're a high roller." Okay, let you go ahead and think that. But I had to remind a coworker. I said, "Do you remember how much money I made?" So if I can do this on my salary, then there has got to be something to this, because I don't make the money that actually dictates all of those activities and pictures that Demita and I have.
Right.
So if you actually look at what this would cost you and you compare to my salary,
It doesn't line up.
social service. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I work social service. I don't make the income that dictates what I'm able to do through Trevorium. But yet I'm doing it.
Yep. Gotta be
something to it.
Gotta be
It's the
something.
budget.
Definitely something to it. And when I tell you we stayed like royalty, we stayed like royalty.
My God.
We're keeping it modest. You know, we're keeping it modest to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We traveled, and what was that, a Benz?
Yep.
We had a chauffeur tour and a Benz. Those prongs were divine. Those were mine, by the way. They were divine. Because I picked one of the most expensive things on the menu. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do it right.
Come on now.
That was part of the excursion. So the money that we saved on the stay, we spent it on the excursions.
Come on now.
And we had a phenomenal. And now we're looking at the meeting. And I are like, okay, where are we going next? That was the next thing.
There you go.
We put other things on our list. So when the other woman talked about, oh, my goal is to travel 3 or 4 times in the year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Because I can. Now when people say, well, why are you? Because I can.
Yeah. That's it.
And that's what I'm looking at. The reality. I just put an advertisement on or post on my Facebook, and I wrote on it, I don't want you to fantasize. I want you to actualize.
That's good.
Stop fantasizing about doing this. You can make this your reality. You can make it an action.
Y'all better put that in the notes. I told y'all they was gonna drop some nuggets. Queens will travel. Listen, we went a little bit over. We need to jump on another call. I'm gonna have Coach Talia come in here, close us out. Thank you, Queens. I want her to close us out, and I'm gonna move this slide out the way. Would you close us out, Coach Talia?
I was trying to put it in the comments. Don't fantasize, actualize. I mean, she got bars. I was putting in the comments, mic drop and all that other stuff. Look, y'all heard from the Queens. Look, I ain't been to no Athens, and I tell y'all, I'm mad at all 3 of y'all Queens, because y'all could have told me that y'all was going to Athens and Greece and auntie business partner Carolyn. Man, we go way back to New Orleans where the alligator was trying to eat me. Why didn't you tell me you was going to Dubai for $49?
I was posted.
Look, it's all good. But won't leave
We can go in September, sweetie. We can go in September.
In September it is. I's gonna be just like The Color Purple. I's married. I's gonna be in Dubai with Auntie Carolyn, my business auntie, because y'all are my family. To me, I mean, look, I just love y'all. I just love y'all to pieces. So if y'all watching, because we do have to get on another call. Get back to the person. I'm going places I can't pronounce or spell. But get back to the person who invited you. Tell them yes. Tell them no. Tell them quick. We on the go. I done took 33 vacations, and I ain't worked the job since March 4th, 2013. So if I can do it, then I know anybody else can do it. So we'll see you at the beach or at the bank. We trying to see y'all at both. But hey, it's enough money and social distancing where we at. Get where you need to get. See you until next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, ladies. Queens will travel.